police said they came to look for. I believe they haven't found. We're here. We've had a peaceful election, and the SLPP has preached peace from the beginning of the campaign, and everybody has maintained peace. You don't wait till 5 o'clock when they're about to start counting, and now you bring chaos.
It is unfortunate and also very much preposterous. The reason being, I remember just the very day of the voting when the Sierra Leone police visited an unfinished house and the issue about hacking came up. They bashed the police.
The only institution we get a constitutional mandate for give out results at the National Electoral Commission. So far, I want to start by commending the leadership of the National Electoral Commission. They don't try them best, and from the looks of things, we don't get any doubt in them.
Election coverage part 3. Of course, this is not the third time we come to now today in a row. Hello, my family of Nakabo. Welcome to Sheriff's Broadcast Network, the place where I would bring Africa live to whosoever you dare around the globe. Of course, we get a walk at hand, and of course, we're not going to relent until we reach to the end of this journey. Of course, I know say every Sierra Leonean around the globe, they on the edge right now, keenly waiting to hear from Freetown, especially from the Chief Returning Officer or the Chairman of the National Electoral Commission, Mr. Mohamed Infa Ali Conte, for making go announce who that now the next President of Sierra Leone. And of course, we don't get plenty, information that come up from the capital of the country, Sierra Leone, Freetown. And so with the follow-up on waiting to happen. And so right about this time, we don't get a serious intelligence report that there is about to be a change of hand in governance. Of course, we're about for receive with next president of the country, by all indications coming from different sources. Of course, we know see the official source, the official body that is responsible for announcing the next president of Sierra Leone is the National Electoral Commission. But by all indications, we say based on the assignments and what we don't do. Of course, we get a projection for making also today na Sherrick's Broadcast Network, and of course we don't say from the time where this election don't begin or where the electoral process don't begin, we don't make predictions and projections, and of course most of the projections that they will be done don't come to pass. Of course, we have been proven to be right, and so we'll get for continue for make that projection based on the facts and the evidence that we don't gather, and of course they about forget a new leader in Sierra Leone. Right now, as I did talk to now, we get a high level meeting that go on na State House in Sierra Leone, wherein plenty of the international diplomats, them including the diplomats from the African Union, from ECOWAS, and of course from other countries, including United Nations, of course United States as well. And they permit right now for put modalities in place for made and change a government. And so now that's get for happen. So we get for bring you some facts, we get for bring you some figures, and we get for present some scenarios that now we give you the urge for let we make the projection. And so once more, me family them, if you just join we want for take this opportunity for officially welcome you to Sherrick's Broadcast Network, the place where they bring Salon live to whosoever you day, whether not inside your motor car, not inside your parlor, not your living room, not your room, wherever you are, they bring them come to you right there. And so one for say plenty thank you to all we correspondents there in Sierra Leone. They want the way they report to we live, and the one the way they send we messages, then we not they appear on with TV, but they send we information. One for tell them plenty thank you for everything what they do. And of course, I also want to take this special opportunity for say thanks and appreciation to all the members of Sherrick's media platform, when at the forum will get on WhatsApp. Of course, now they everything they come out. I want to also take this opportunity for say a lot of thanks to grassroots journalists right there on WhatsApp. Of course, now one of the best places, and we say all the journalists in Sierra Leone, and they would get all the information, all the resources. I want to tell them plenty thank you for everything what they do, for able for share the information what would they get. Of course, to AYV TV with sister channel right there in Freetown and Sierra Network, one for telling our plenty thank you for everything. Of course, one for also extend this thanks and appreciation to all the political parties that we participate in this democratic process. Of course, this is the beauty of democracy, wherein you put your chances out there, present yourself, present your agenda, your manifesto, and left unto the people then for me and decide. So one for telling our plenty thank you for una participation in this electioneering process, and of course for telling the world that again Sierra Leone, after 11 years of brutal civil war, after a year and a half of Ebola crisis and a mudslide, that the people stand strong to uphold the values of democracy. We want for tell una all plenty thank you. Of course, so we get for dinner also for analyze some data we don't get, and for bring you some scenarios, and finally make some projections now. And so one for me, stick around as we continue for bring you the program. Of course, Mina Ibrahim Sheriff, as always, Namide bring come the programs to today. So wherever you are, we want to tell you plenty thank you for your contribution. Stick around with us.
See them they try to kill my swag, but they can never duplicate my swag. I see them they try, so I thank God for them. My blessing make it a leg up on them. So Lima, nigga done, I'm the man of the moment. I give them the swag of the moment. Internationally, I the project. No play for people, you project. project. Yeah, see the girls them a calling me, Mr. Uku, them a calling me, yeah. So them a calling him, Mr. Swag Banga, them a banging him. So I'll accept it now and time. Do you accept them? That's all I can. Go tell him a man, go tell him a person, nigga, that's all him a dumb bang. I'm the man of the moment. 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 Every day you just see me the progress. Check on me swag, the two ways and the Facebook, WhatsApp, the fans, the torment. Call me now, swag banker. I'm the man of the moment. Then if you want you take a more, you left from simple. Voila. Move on it. I said move on it. Move on it. Show them all nigga, don't say you. Yeah, but tell me they not the backer. But now what they take another photo. I'm the record breaker, dance on pillars, swag up stand. I'm the man of the moment. 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 Oh yeah. Yeah. I see them they grow, so I thank God for them. Me blessing, me can't let God upon them. So lema, nigga down. Say where they come for them. Thank God for them. Cause me not God upon them. Cause of that, they journey, they go away. Cause of that, they glad, they go away. See now God don't put me there. Nobody no go bully me there. Voila. Then if you want you take a more, you let them see. No, voila. Move on. I say now move on. Yeah, pillar. Move on. So them on, I don't say now move. Sabi day na the backer. Oh now what they take on the photo. I'm the record breaker, dance on the kid, that's what I'm back. I'm the man of the moment. 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 Oh yeah. Solo entertainment. Election number 1. 2000 and me. Yeah, pillar.
Yes, of course, ladies and gentlemen, man of the moment. Of course, that is from no other person, but of course, LXG, as we know him at all times, of course, man of the moment. And so, ladies and gentlemen, today we get for continue for do some analysis of situations right from here from Sheriff's Broadcast Network. Of course, we have every reason to believe that at this point we forget the next president of Sierra Leone. And of course, it don't make the announcement of the president of Sierra Leone will get for happen very soon. Of course, it will happen at morning. That we are very sure of. Of course, but they in constant contact with Freetown. And of course, as I talk to you, our guys are up. They are still gathering information. So like how they talk, so then still they out there, then they wait for the end of this meeting where they still go on. And so because of the anxiety, because of the anxiousness on the part of our people in Sierra Leone, today all man they indoors, of course shops then close, people then just they wait for this announcement. Some people then they afraid. Some people then they get anxiety over it. Some people then they panic, and some people then they jubilate. Then they wait for jubilate. So we don't know, it's a mixed feeling. But most of the information when they come out today, they point to the fact say the people that not for do anything for step on the other man in tow, right? But part of democracy is competition, and in every competition there is a winner and a loser. It takes a dignity, it takes pride for both parties to accept what the result of the competition is. You will win, you accept your victory, and you will lose, you accept your loss. And so that's not for be any problem, because in fact, now that's not the beauty of democracy. But when they tell we family, they say, we are not jubilate, we are not glad you, because when they do this announcement, we are not glad you. I do not understand that. So let us see how Kenema may look like today. Of course, how Kenema may look like. All right, and so my family, as you see that now one on the main street inside Kenema Road. Of course, you see now one people that you see at the street. That was how Kenema been look like today, and most part of Sierra Leone now so it look like, you know, nobody not in the streets. People that all sit down and they host them, then they keenly wait for me. They know the result of this election we don't come, right? And of course, even the presidential candidate of the All People's Congress, when between him and the presidential candidate of the Sierra Leone People's Party, now between them this competition day. But based on the talk we don't talk today, where they advise people them for me, for me refrain from violence and other things, them it give a semblance of an announcement of this result, right? Let's listen to Mr. Samura Kamara, of course, or Dr. Samura Kamara, where they talk to Sierra Leoneans today. Stick around.
Family, good evening. Me na Samura Kamara, presidential candidate for the APC. I there with the eminent persons, all our women of the Women's Situation Room, a group where they come together, then form for see that we get peaceful elections before the elections, during the elections, and after the elections. We say now, we don't done the elections. Result don't begin come out. Una within at the winning party, if una they celebrate peacefully, not for provoke you and the win loss. We already don't see a semblance of that after the 25% result was announced. We will not be happy. Do ya? I want for take this opportunity through this group for big una, for big all the supporters of the APC, the supporters of the SLPP, the supporters of all other political parties. Let us stay calm. Result no means say we for go into violence. Result no means say we for celebrate as we celebrate, we provoke other people. This is one salon now we get. We don't go back into the civil war where we lost many lives. We don't able to explain today why we go into that civil war. But people are not so far. Don't go back to them dark days and day. What will cause that? Now this violence after elections. Do you see that the big one? I hope say me colleague candidates of the other political parties, they say we will join me for call upon every Sierra Leone for stay calm. And when the result comes out, let us accept the result. Peacefully, I will go back to normal work. I thank you.
All right, of course, that's now Dr. Samura Kamara, of course, he talked to Sierra Leoneans. Then that is a very statesmanly talk, the statement from Dr. Samura Kamara. To me, I see him as a conceding speech. They concede to the SLPP, Julius Maada bill. Of course, it's a wuna win, or we wanna get the victory, we wanna the jubilee, we wanna not step on the toes of the one that will not win. All right, so the message is clear. You know, we don't get the message from Dr. Samura Kamara. And of course, it make a mention about the fact that we went into a civil war. That civil war killed plenty of family and 30. They will not know what to make we go into that civil war. Well, in as much as we are preaching for let all man stay on point, let us stay away from violence, let us promote peace. But of course, we know the reason why we went into that civil war. And at that make way, we don't want a repeat of that civil war, because all the things that we make the country go into that civil war, the same things that don't begin for happen at Sierra Leone again. And so therefore, we don't want for let and the repeat itself. But at any rate, Dr. Samura Kamara, we appreciate you. We say kudos to you for it takes a heart for you to come out and speak like that. And since now you don't talk like that one day, now when I be two bit on day for this competition, you don't come out, don't speak like that. The message is loud and clear. And so, my family, let us do some analysis of waiting the apple. Let us just do some analysis. Stick around with us. Right. Of course, family, of course, on the screen we see at the time where the National Electoral Commissioner, of course, Mr. Mohammed Infa Ali Conte, make the 75% announcement. We see some of the numbers that we come in. Of course, up to now, we not don't get the 100% announcement yet, or the extra 25% we don't left behind for complete and to 100%. We not don't get them yet. But of course, we know see as we get the 100%, the victory, they come with the victory announcement. So, but we be one for take a look at the numbers then we been come in, and waiting actually go able for give you a picture about who that win by this election, or in whose direction way they winning be the goal. Of course, the race been too tight, Now, when I talk say APC get 99 tactics, anyway, will not be the expect APC at this point for say they go for even come close to this victory we said they so now. For let them be the political party where they go neck to neck with SLPP, will not be the expect that. Some of will be the expect saying NGC or maybe Coalition for Change, but more of NGC, now they will be the expect. But for let APC be the one where they go neck to neck with the SLPP, we give them credit. APC then sabi politics. Now we no more, I think say that we don't do the bad now too much, even to their own party members them. So that the more I drag them down. Because if we consider how much votes we NGC get, how much vote we C4C get, then votes them, the majority of them now potentially APC votes them. So if they're not being do bad to them competent, or they're not being annoy the members them, or they're not being step on the toes of Alhaji Samuel Samsumana, probably like the story different today, right? But anyway, so this now some of the numbers that we'll get. One for talk about time exclusively. We get the next national election results at 75%, waiting at some of the things then we go on. Of course, so one for compare as to who side the winning day, right? Who side the winning day. Now, when they go by districts and SLPP and APC, we get Kailahun district. SLPP get 85,417 votes, and of course APC get 11,109 votes. Na Kailahun, so SLPP beats APC na Kailahun. Kenema, SLPP get 151,638 votes, and of course APC get 20,026. SLPP beat APC na Kenema. Kono 23,709 SLPP, and APC 22,714. So SLPP beats APC na Kono by a narrow margin. Bombali district 10,057 SLPP. APC 23,564 APC. So APC beat SLPP na Bombali district. And of course, Cambia district 9,025 SLPP, 34,491 APC. APC beats SLPP na Cambia district. How about Port Loko district? 13,142 SLPP, and 97,283, I think. That's the APC, where APC beat SLPP in Apotloco district. How about Tonkolili district? 12,910 SLPP and APC 91,845. So APC beat SLPP na Tonkolili district. Bo district 156,297 and the SLPP APC 19,634. Of course, without a doubt, SLPP beat APC in Abo district. Moyamba district 67,052 SLPP, APC 16,086, and so SLPP no doubt beat APC inside Moyamba. Bond district, Bond 53,453. That's not the district who say Maada be Bond, and of course APC 2,932. Without a doubt, SLPP beat APC in a Bond district. Pujehun district 67,052. SLPP 5,062 APC. SLPP beat APC in Pujehun district. And looking at that, Western rural and Western urban combined 187,785 SLPP and APC 317,156. So APC beat SLPP na the Western area big time. Of course, that's not the results that we come in. Of course, SLPP beat APC na the side and day. Of course, it is well known that we can accept that SLPP beat APC na the side and day. All right. Of course, we get for also look at on the map for actually see how the whole thing happened. We get for see how it happened on the map as well. And so just like we are saying, the SLPP, the SLPP and the APC now between them, the competition been there. And so let us see how the districts then day. And when you look at this map, Usai red day na APC, green na SLPP. So the districts then, the electoral districts then are 16, but we combine certain one and they will not even call, like Falaba, Karin, Western rural, Western urban, we'll not separate them one and they. So we just go by strictly the political districts then within Australia. We have 12 districts plus Western area. And so when you look at the map, you will see say APC win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 political districts in the country, and SLPP win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Win 7 na 7 of the political districts. But now when you look at this map, you go see say the country is divided. Sierra Leone is divided, as you can look at this map. So the president coming in get a lot of work for able for bridge the gap. The country is divided, and so that is where a lot of people ask the question, would that divide the country? Would that divide the country? So people ask this question, would that divide the country? But the country is actually divided. I mean, if you take a look at the map, just as we are looking at it right now, you can tell that we need for do a lot of work as citizens of the country for able for bring this country together, because quite a lot they go on right about this time in the country that were not necessary. So definitely by looking at this map, we can tell that Sierra Leone is divided between the north and the south, right? The east, of course, southeast as against northwest. So the country is divided. Of course, this they don't clearly show by 75% of the votes then they don't present, when National Electoral Commission don't present the results already to we. And so we take a look at the country, right? So ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot of work to do, and it is incumbent upon all of us for put we hands on deck for ensure say we're able for move on as a country. all this bad because plenty, you know, audio and day today from yesterday, all the pan listen where they come up from, you know, people then at the APC side, you know, where they talk say, man, they didn't tribalistic, then this, that. We don't want to go into that because at this point we are trying to bring this country together, you know. But when you talk about a political party that is tribalistic, you don't want to point your finger at somebody else. You don't want to point your finger at SLPP because, you know, if we say we're going to go into the records of the APC for 10 years when they're in power, you look at the cabinet positions, how the president distributed the cabinet positions in the country. 90% of in cabinets, then all members there now people then from either northern province or western area. Half many people then are then they inside the cabinet, right? And even the one that will come up from the southeast when they inside the cabinet, you go find out say either them plot against them, like Sam Sumana from the east, you know what's happened to them. You see Victor Fodem, you see the other one them. So you know they stick with them, but they're not they ever make them leaders of the APC. So when you go to the SLPP don't make Timiniman as the national chairman and leader of the party. You know, you plenty people and the way they serve inside the current executive of the SLPP, like the vice chairman, he is from the north, Mr. Dumbuya. You know, we get plenty other people there. So we don't want to begin for this point finger or this posse so this tribe here then tribalistic, this other one tribalistic. You know, we have to stop that. You know, because you see, I like SLPP, the mantra. The mantra is one country, one people, right? So now one country, and the people that are inside this one country, now one people. So that is the mentality we have, even if you don't belong to the SLPP, but it is good for us to have that belief. Let's go forward with that belief. But anyway, so that is exactly what happened. And so let's stick around as we continue for bring the programs to you. Of course, yes, ladies and gentlemen, Sheriff's Broadcast Network Prime Time coming to you, of course, from Houston, Texas. Today will be just one for touch base with Una for able for bring this quick program to Una as we wait for the official announcement of who the presidential candidate is going to be in the country. But based on all of our analysis, we know say the next president of the country is going to be no other person but the retired Brigadier General Julius Maada. That is our projection here from Sheriff's Broadcast Network. We know say we are 90% correct on this. If there is any room for error, maybe not only about 10%. 90% we are sure that the next president of the country is gonna be Julius Maada. And so me from with them, let we listen to Mr. Abdullahi Berete. Of course, then this year a talk on AYV TV exclusively about the confidence of the APC for form the next government for win this election again. It refer to the SLPP as cry babies. It talks say inside 2007 and 2008 SLPP they cry the same cry and the APC end up for win the election. So as the communications director of the APC, it been gets so much confidence for say APC get for win this election. And so I don't know if it just be the talk for satisfy certain people that inside the APC, or maybe then get an ultimatum, say when you go on that microphone, that is exactly what you are going to say. If you not talk and so you can, when they put you quarter deck, say APC, then good identity, then they put you on the way to say, but I don't know waiting Abdullah Berete go talk again. But I might get sweet more. Just know if you call her now, it go frame that talk again in another way. So that make not elect for ask him. Because like me, so if I ask her, I will go make plaba. Because you see, this time around in Sierra Leone, the way this country they go, we don't need sweet mouth anymore. We don't need sweet talk. We need action. Somebody where they put action into what they talk. Not just can give sugar coated words. I don't know what you going to tell the APC that right now. After we don't get that confidence, you don't, get the confidence. Because you see, the thing is, he accused the SLPP, say SLPP, as they don't begin to announce of count the votes, and 10% of the votes count don't come in, SLPP then begin for claim saying that they don't gain victory. Well, SLPP not go just claim victory, because SLPP or all the other political parties them been get for send agents them for make them monitor how the election they go. Then agents them they monitor the polling stations, because in 2012 that was one of the weaknesses of the SLPP. They not be get people the way they man the polling stations then now the northern province now other areas them. So at the end of the day then be get for even annul certain votes them. And that one they may not be understand why in fact today up to this time where they not announce the result. We not say certain side and they na the north where overvoting happen, but wait to make them not cancel all them votes and they will say they overvoting happen, because that was what they did to the SLPP and then Kono and Kailang area them, So I don't know why NEC not one this time, but anyway. So the confidence where Abdullah Berete been gets, where they talk about how comfortable they were, winning the election. So I don't know waiting he go tell the APC members there right about this time, right? We don't know what he go tell them, but let me listen to him and hear what he been say at that time.
It is unfortunate and also very much preposterous. The reason being, I remember just the very day of the voting when the Sierra Leone police visited an unfinished house and the issue about hacking came up. They bashed the police that how can hacking be possible when the NEC we are using manual input. It is therefore that today in their marathon press conference, which we don't want to dignify at all, for them to come and accuse in very unsubstantiated way that the APC was hacking was not only unfortunate, but when a party is on the verge of losing an election, after they went public, very prematurely, I must say, that they have won the election and that they were calling on their supporters to jubilate. But when the results started trickling in, now they saw the writing on the wall. It is unfortunate and also very much preposterous. The reason being, I remember.
All right, and so before that now being Mr. Abdullah Berete at the time where he talk on AYV TV, the interview with him, after the SLPP then press conference. Now that he been talk, he had so much confidence. So I just want to know what Abdullah Berete go tell APC at this point as their communications director. Among them, then can let for talk this English, use the words then preposterous, unfortunate. Then was then they. But you see, any side where you use them was then they must make sure say after a day or two or three that action the way they can behind that you talk today when a reality, when a fact, not just talk because you want for talk, right? So that was, we can say, Abdullah Berete did not check his facts, right? He did not check his facts. And I like another part of that interview, we didn't get for ask how he able for no say the APC get for win this election. Where it be say the official body way for announce the result of this election, National Electoral Commission. And they not announce it. So which confidence you get? Who side they getting data from? He say it depends on Irene. arena an independent body where they monitor the election. But this is not the official mouthpiece of the National Electoral Commission. How can you, as a government operative, as the political party in power, how you go rely on a statement like this where they come up from an independent body? And in fact, the APC did not stop there. They went ahead and published the result of the votes as it be coming, then publish it on their own official party letterhead and post on our social media and our Facebook. It be then at their page. So meaning that then they preempt the National Electoral Commission for say let we do and so we threaten them. For say any other result now they can with if for match this we don't put out because now we give them the money, now we they in power. But it's in Alec Infa Ali Conte. It stands strong and go by the reality of the situation. And I also like the SLPP then stand strong for ensure say that the will of the people is served. And that one they happen. So right now, as I talk to you, there is a very high-powered delegation in Sierra Leone. Of course, today, then be Dana, we're actually not to that. Today, then be Dana, Freetown, of course, then be Dana, Freetown, then this now then pictures, from, you go see the vice president-elect as projected by us, of Sierra Leone, Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallo on the right-hand side, the far right. Of course, we get former president of Nigeria, Goodluck Jonathan, Naiwedi Cap. Of course, the president-elect to be retired Brigadier General Julius Maada as projected by us, Naide inside the suit. And of course, we get the Secretary General of ECOWAS, Naide next to him. Then, of course, next we get the former president of Ghana, Wena Mahama, now is standing under the next person waiting up next to him. I do not know who that person is, but anyway, I might have to check. But these are all diplomats from either the African Union or from ECOWAS high-power delegation in Sierra Leone and trying to put things in perspective for ensure say they don't get a smooth handing over ceremony to the president-elect and let the people then walk continue for go before. So that is the picture we are seeing right now. And of course, based on all the numbers that will come in, we can tell that SLPP is actually not going to even go into a runoff with APC, that they don't even pass the 55%. What would they expect say they not go get, or any political party not go get, but SLPP don't pass that 55% right about this time. So definitely they are not going to go into any runoff or whatever will be they expect from may happen, and if we say it get for happen. And so me fun with them now that's now some of the things that will they already come. That's our projection from Sheriff's Broadcast Network right from here. And so me fun with them, some people in the way can talk say social media will not get for depend on them too much, which is true, because some people that they go put all kind of gibberish on social media. But you see, it's just like where you do your research. You get a coursework where you do a research doing this coursework on the internet. If you know how for research, there are areas that there are certain information where they come out with very credible. You get for vet the credibility of the information where they search for. Because like if you want for search Sierra Leone, the history of Sierra Leone, West Africa, where you type inside Google, plenty history they come out. So now you get for make a decision as to which one of the information that I go use, which one credible. Because you see, like a Wikipedia, plenty of people that can go on Wikipedia, but Wikipedia is an open-ended document. Anybody can go inside and edit. Like if you open any Wikipedia document, you go all the way to the end of it, there is an edit button where you click and you're able to edit the entire document. So Wikipedia information, mostly you cannot rely on it, because it's an open-ended document. You cannot rely on it. So now the same thing with social media. plenty information they will go on social media. So now you can forget the craftiness, the smartness for like able for decipher between a credible information and the one way not credible, right? So we can able for do that one day. We can able for know which information credible and which one we not credible. But the incredibility of some of the information where they go now social media not go make we talk say all the information where they go in are bad information. No, we cannot say that. And so we have some information that we want to share with you as about this time, and based on the fact that we belong to the grassroots journalists. These are journalists them from across West Africa. Then they in one forum on WhatsApp. Now they would get all the news, world news, West African news, American news, soccer, everything about news is there. All right. So this is what I have. A reliable source close to His Excellency Ernest Bai Koroma has revealed that Bio has won the election, but His Excellency has rejected to accept the result. He has asked the Attorney General and Speaker of Parliament to keep off from any swearing in process until further notice. Meanwhile, international observers have given him up to tomorrow 10 a.m. on our external military force will be used. No. We don't agree with that. They are not going to use any military force in here, right? And it is very clear that now His Excellency is about to exchange hands with the incoming president and that they are to agree on common terms of agreement. And so that is supposed to happen in the morning, and then the National Electoral Commission will announce the winner of the 2018 elections. So by then day, the story we don't read under is similar to most of the other stories that we don't see on video, we don't read on the internet, we don't get from WhatsApp. It is very similar. So in as much as it is similar, but there is this one piece where they put inside it about the military force intervening. That is not true, right? But one thing we'll know, the presidential candidate of the APC don't concede by the message where he sent. It looked like a conceding message. They concede. And so me from them, we just want to say that things are looking good for Sierra Leone, and that people they no need for begin for panic at all. Things are going to be okay. So now after this, we get for can talk to a small board what an SLPP government will look like for Sierra Leone. So one for me, stick around, all right? And so my family just stick around as we try to do that. But this is not the high-powered delegation from the West African sub-region, and of course from the African Union as well. So family want to stick around as we try for bring the programs to you. Stick around with us.
I see them they try to kill my swag, but they can never duplicate my swag. I see them they try, so I thank God for them. My blessing make I let God on them. So Lima, nigga done, I'm the man of the moment. I give them the swag of the moment. Internationally, I the project. No play for people, you project. Yeah, see the guys them a calling me, Mr. Uku, them a calling me. Yeah, them a calling him, Mr. Swag Banga, them a banging him. So I'll accept it now and time. Do you accept them? That's all I can. Go tell him my man, go tell him papa, say nigga, then that's all him a dumb bang. I'm the man of the moment. I'm the man of the moment. I'm the man of the moment. I'm the man of the moment.
I'm the man of the moment. Every day you just see me the progress. Check on me swag, the two ways and the Facebook and WhatsApp, the fans that they torment. Call me now, swag banker. I'm the man of the moment. Then if you want you take time more, you left from simple. Voila. Move on it. I said move on it. move body, show the money, I don't share you. Java, say I be there in the back. But now what they take on the photo. I'm the record breaker, dance on pillars, swag up stand. I'm the man of the moment. 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 Oh yeah. I see them they grow, so I thank God for them. Me blessing, me can't take a God for them. So lema, nigga down, say where they come for them. Thank God for them, cause me not God for them. Cause of that, they journey, they go away. Cause of that, they gladly, they go away. See now God don't put me there. Nobody no go bully me there. Voila. Then if you want you take a more, you let come some. No voila. Move on. I said I move on. Yeah, pillar. Move on. So the money, I don't say now. Jaka, Sabi day na the back. Oh now what they take on the photo. I'm the record breaker, dance on the kid, that's what I'm back. I'm the man of the moment. 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 Oh yeah. Solo entertainment. Energy number 1. 2000 and me. Yeah, pillar.
Yes, of course, man of the moment, and that is no other person but His Excellency to be Julius Maada, of course, retired Brigadier General Julius Maada. In every competition, you see, this is what, ladies and gentlemen, this is what the beauty of democracy is. Democracy is a competition, and in every competition, there is a winner and a loser, and it takes a heart you where they will lose for make you accept defeat gracefully. And so now that make way with the raise up we had to Dr. Samura Kamara for accepting it. I mean, even though it is not official yet, we in a Sheriff's Broadcast Network not to really announce election results, but by all the facts that hold on together, we are projecting that Julius Maada to be the next president of Sierra Leone, and that's Nainge for take over the reins of governance, right, in the country. Of course, we get every authority for say this because we don't predict by this election ever since when the electoral process starts. We don't predict. And so our prediction right now no go be different from what we don't do. Now, Julius Maada, of course, a young man, we don't serve, in country. They don't lay in life down for in country. The sacrifice where Julius Maada sacrifice for Sierra Leone, but all the one that waiting up for be president of Sierra Leone, nobody know they don't make that kind of sacrifice because now in your own life, now it put on the line for let this country come up power, and then after that, now in being for see the light and say, so Jaman not to politicians, so Jaman not for day as president or not for day in charge of the country. So he hand over this country back to civilians in 1996, and then after we don't retire, he come back, he say I want to be president now. So we the project, this is a projection. This is not official announcement, not to really announce, but we are projecting that Julius Maada is the next president of Sierra Leone. And of course, Sheriff's Broadcast Network, we take pride in doing that because we know say we don't get all the facts. As I'm speaking to you, we have our guys on the ground, they day outside of the side, the high-level meeting will take place. Of course, the meeting done now according to the reports we don't get, and so we are waiting for morning. Few more talks than they would talk on the phone anyway, as about this time for put other modalities in place. But we know say by tomorrow. And of course, the same way we interview the chairman of the National Electoral Commission, of course, Mr. Mohammed Infali Conte, it tell we say it go take a week after the election for me then go announce the presidential for announce the result for the presidency. And so tomorrow Tuesday, Wednesday for them make 1 week, but tomorrow Tuesday is almost there. So we are expecting to get the results tomorrow, but we are getting ahead to do this projection. Now, you know, say when you don't make them projection there, so you might be right or wrong. 90% if you say we're right, 10% room there for error. All right, and so now that we go tell all man so, and of course, so when this thing be happen, of course, even up to today, you know, we begin forget a call from Stockholm, Sweden. You know, from somebody the way now we sabi we like what they do. A call we say, you know, say APC then they still jubilate, then they talk saying that they don't win the election. You know, that's I say, what evidence do you have for saying what you said? So this person was able to send me this. Stick around.
So let the voice of their youth and the meditations of their heart be acceptable to Congress. Oh, Congress. And if we don't tell, we say, youth man for government, take the lead, we change already for God. So let the voice of their youth and the meditations of their heart be acceptable to Congress. Oh, Congress. And if we don't tell, we say, youth man for government, take the lead, we change already for God. So let the voice of their youth and the meditations of their heart be acceptable to God.
All right, so that is APC members. Of course, then still they go with the idea, say, then win the election. But anyway, let's put few things in perspective here. First of all, we are all Sierra Leoneans. And again, democracy is competition. That is why you get Mr. A, B, C, D, Z, all the way to Z, where then they team up for compete pan something, you know, for then they compete for the leadership. In every competition, you cannot get 2 or 3 winners. You have to have 1 winner and losers, or 1 loser, right? All man not go win. I mean, in 2007, even though plenty people they talk say SLPP not been lost that election in 2007, but because of how fragile our democracy was, because of how baby our democracy was, we country don't just come up our war. You know, everything they on the edge. Late President Ahmad Tijankaba decided, you know what? For the sake of the benefit of the doubt, let's give it to the APC. So quick one, I called the Electoral Commission and announced the result, a handover, and I in common at the same. Handover to Anes by Kroma. Peacefully. No boss, no violence, no confusion, no halala. If confusion been there, now inside the SLPP, that confusion been there because of how Tijankaba handover. But the confusion was not at national level. All right? Okay, APC, you been in power from 1969. 1978, you don't declare one party state. Say anybody where you born at this country, if you not to APC, you not get right for forming your own political party. When I don't rule the country for 24 years, pass with the Sujaman and Kampuluna. 1996, SLPP don't come. It don't rule for 11 years. For the sake of everything, it don't hand over Giuna. When I don't did it for 10 years, if credible results don't come out and you see the direction in which the results they go, why you not go accept this result, right? But anyway, the leader don't talk of APC. The presidential candidate don't talk. So we're not going to dwell on that. Now, we see plenty APC members then they where they accuse SLPP for being a tribalistic party. I don't know if then people then they go school up to Form 5 or then finish high school, or they don't go sit down near their grandparents, then for me then give them a whole oral history about these political parties, the SLPP and the APC, for me then really tell them, you know, waiting at the history of these two political parties, for able for know if then two political parties them, na tribalistic party them. Because I see where people they go and write, you know, where the people they comment say, oh, SLPP they tribalistic, now that make them not make candidate and wait to say. First of all, APC person for the talk about candidate right now. Because no disgrace, not the owner, not disgrace candidate. In fact, the last one owner do, now one for talk say, you know, to Sierra Leone yourself, like no candidate our business. So APC person, you know, the last person for talk about candidate Yumkela. Candidate Yumkela in Papawe Bonham, and then start SLPP. So nobody no drive candidate from the SLPP. Candidate is an adult. Now, he decide for himself for say, he get for left SLPP. Because you see, when you come inside politics sometimes is very nasty. Sometimes politics they heat up. Not candidate with crybaby business. You get for be a man, you stand strong. Now I make Alek Mohammed Camerimba Mansari. Alek am bad. Because you go agree with me for say Mohammed Camerimba Mansari with everything where this guy go through. The Olam upline, the Olam Afriton, then born in host, then born in party office, then do this, then do that. He stood strong. He not ever waver. He not ever do anything. Even inside the APC, if not to then create conditions, then for let a left. Then I want brother, we know they talk say we are tribalistic. When I make a left, where a left is forming your own political party, he stood strong, a pursuing dream, in no waver, up to the presidential election. So this man don't create a very clean resume or curriculum vitae for himself. Anytime where Mohammed Camerimba stand for something as Sierra Leone, people that go get credit for him because they already don't see what I don't display. Now, in the man who became the opposition in the country, he stood on issues. And they call APC their name on things the way they do. We all know that. So let no APC person can't talk about Kande Yumkela, oh Kande this can no, don't talk about Kande because when I don't do everything for even the Bakasoka Dam where it be say Kande and I bring money for men and envision that idea. When I don't pull the man name come up at that thing, right? Then when I go to TBN I say I do a citizen enough for presidential election. So when I don't play that politics, say oh Kande, no, don't talk about Kande. We don't want to hear that. But anyway. We don't want to digress. Let's come back to the message. And the message tonight is SLPP is projected to be the political party that is going to take over the reins of governance in Sierra Leone again. So you want to know which kind of government will SLPP can provide anytime we don't come into power. Because this is not some of the things in a way with people that don't know. What is the fundamental political difference between the policy agendas of the two political parties, the APC and SLPP. For them, when they Sierra Leone, they know say when APC then a power, the power is centralized in Freetown. We don't hear plenty for say every office where they operate under government, it gets a designated somebody in a state house where they oversee that office. Like you get Ministry of Agriculture, you get somebody in a state house where they oversee that Ministry of Agriculture. You get Ministry of Education, you get somebody. So the power in hand be the power, all the things them. So meaning that you get two ministers. You get the minister who sit on a state house, then you get the minister who in an office. So that is centralization because the power is now centralized in state house, in Freetown. Under the APC government, anything where you need, where at national level, where you need like national ID card or passport for travel, you get for travel from wherever you are in Sierra Leone, you can't have Freetown before you get out. You need to get out of the provinces. It doesn't happen. Right? So the APC governance style is a centralized style of governance, just like how they do in China. So there is no doubt why anytime where APC kind of power that they link up Sierra Leone to China so much, because the government system in China is the same way APC they portray. You know, then let that centralization, then get control over people in life. They know they left you for me, you know, do things for yourself. Now then they control your life. Anything will happen at Freetown. If not good thing will happen, when I go feel them. If not bad thing will happen, when I go feel them back, because everything is centralized in Freetown. When I not get any competition. Now, the SLPP waiting at the governance style. SLPP in governance style now decentralization. SLPP believe in giving the people the power back. Now make not only SLPP now even create then local councils. What we get now. Now the only thing that one the way APC try to, but where then take the powers then at the end, but they're not able to remove her entirely. But this now SLPP then use style. What then can they create then local councils, like then district councils, town councils. Waiting make them the create them here so now for me then give the power back to the people and let the people then manage their own affairs. It's like when you in the United States, you get 50 states. Each state get governor. So each state get in your small laws, then how they do things then at their own state. And everything that they do at their states then is covered by the federal law. So the same thing that SLPP they do. When they come, then give the power back to the people. So you get for see then district chairman, then back then get for come become powerful. So you go see now say competition go there among all the districts them. You know, if like then get both district council chairman, it get both district natives the way they all over the world, they able for bring them all together. It talks saying now this kind of one for doing a bow, but we need your help. If people then they were in a bow, they're able for help, then create that whole thing there. Then you find out say without even government putting hands into something, both district will develop through their own natives. That is how you give power back to the people. Then under the SLPP government, you not get for when you need your national identity card. You not get for go Freetown, forget them. You go stay in a McKinney, or you stay in a Kono, you stay in a Kenema Bow, and get your ID card. Because everything where they happen at Freetown is decentralized in them provinces, then they do one day. Right? You don't need for go na them, but under the APC now resident ministers then get. The resident minister and the political head in that area, the anything where you do and throw and they insert to the power. But in under SLPP, no, where you need passport for travel, you don't have to go to Freetown to do it. You can do an Kenema, you do an Abo, or you do an McKinney, then it's the same that valid document. So SLPP gives power back to the people, and the reason is simple. The SLPP was a political party formed from the protectorate, from the provinces there. Then paramount chiefs, they all be in at the provinces, and then get that together, and then come and then form the SLPP. So they believe in keeping their tradition, keeping their own government, taking care of themselves. So if SLPP come back in power, these are the expectations. These are some of the things we see where they happen. Me, it take up to 6 months at the try for send money for my small brother. My small brother lost an ID card. A day Kenema, and not able to get a money. Where they send the money? Pass and send it through somebody. Because you not get ID card. When SLPP been there, it go for don't just go to a police station because now they be get the office, forget the ID card immigration. It just they go there then snap and again the ID card. But now you get for travel, go Freetown, begin the pass, forget that and young. And I'll be one for me, something happen. But anyway, so that is how the SLPP they operate. But anyway, my family will just be one for let when I know say this now with projection here at the Sheriff's Broadcast Network. I mean, we know say sometimes when you are in competition and when you lost, it's not easy. People then have to go one. Some people then go on for do bad. Some people then go on for, you know, we just want for, they say anytime where you don't vex pass mark, where you had to do one. And that time day, you for remember say, you had to get for cold, and where you had cold, no regret what you've been do where you had one. You get for, you see, you don't want to be in power forever. You get for understand say politics is a social contract between the one that we will vote for and we will the vote. And if we were the vote feel say the promise that way you be made to we for say if we vote for you, you go fulfill them promises then and you not fulfill them promises then we get the right for withdraw we mandate and change you to somebody else who feel say go able for do that work for we. That is just simple. Whether you read now from here to Jericho, that is the simple definition of what politics is. It's a social contract. So if there was a time where the whole Sierra Leoneans then jubilate behind the APC for saying we want you, we like you, then give una the power. If they like it today don't come out where they say this power I will not give una again, you guys accept graciously. Because if some of una inside the APC una not know una history, let me tell you this. 1962, una lost election. When una lost election, una not just go, una sit down, una begin for complain, una begin for fet among una self, but you guys reorganize your party. You became a very formidable opposition. And when you don't become that opposition, 1967, that election, now that make way when I been go neck to neck with the SLPP in 1967. Now only two paramount chiefs them from the SLPP side, now then be crossed over to now that be make una win. Chief Kutubu Kaisamba na Nongowa Kenema and Chief Ellen Brewer na Tayama. Then two then they be make SAPC win 1967 because una be put on ourselves together. So una no say SLPP not get that way they for say pass is stay in power. No. Way the people that genuinely feel say now somebody else for take over, SLPP they hand over and come out. So but for this one, SLPP not in the people that don't choose. All right, so we get for live with that. So if I'm then that's with the try for saying that.
Whatever the police said they came to look for, I believe they haven't found. We're here. We've had a peaceful election, and the SLPP has preached peace from the beginning of the campaign, and everybody has maintained peace. You don't wait till 5 o'clock when they're about to start counting, and now you bring chaos.
It is unfortunate and also very much preposterous. The reason being, I remember just the very day of the voting when the Sierra Leone police visited an unfinished house and the issue about hacking came up. They bashed the police.
The only institution we get a constitutional mandate for give out results at the National Electoral Commission. So far, I want to start by commending the leadership of the National Electoral Commission. They don't try them best, and from the looks of things, we don't get any doubt in them.
election coverage part 3. Of course, this is not the third time with the camp toner today in a row. Right, of course, before the Sheriff's Broadcast Network coming to you live and direct, of course, on the eve of the announcement of who the next president of Sierra Leone is going to be. And of course, every Sierra Leonean is waiting for that information, for that announcement. Of course, it is now an open secret. We already know who that president is going to be. And family, we don't open the line right now in case you agree with we or you disagree with we or you get comments or questions, anything what you want for say pertaining to this election. The lines are open. You can call us at 832-614-6242. You call we talk about we country. Of course, what a night. We know saying a mixed feelings night. Of course, some people are happy, some people are discouraged. And so it is always good for us to talk about our country. So if you get any plans for do that, of course, the lines are open right about this time. We're going to keep them open for a little bit so that you go call and we'll go talk. All right? But for now, let us listen to Man of the Moment by LXG, right?
I see them they try to kill my swag, but they can never duplicate my swag. I see them they try, so I thank God for them. My blessing make us let God on them. So Lima, nigga done. I'm the man of the moment. I give them the swag of the moment. Internationally, I the project. No play for put people, you project. Yeah, see the guys, them are calling me Mr. Uku, them are calling me. Yeah, so Lima, them are calling him Mr. Swag Banga, them are banging him. So I'll accept it now and time. Do you accept them, that's all I can. Go tell him, man, go tell him, Papa, and nigga, then that's all him, dumb bang. I'm the man of the moment. I'm the man of the moment. I'm the man of the moment. I'm the man of the moment.
I'm the man of the moment. Every day you just see me the progress. Check on me swag, the twist and the Facebook and WhatsApp, the fans that they torment. Call me now, swag banker. I'm the man of the moment. Then if you want you take time more, you left from simple. Voila. Move on it. I said move on it. Move on it. Show them all nigga, don't say you. Yeah, but say every day that the back up. But now what they take on the photo. I'm the record breaker, dance on killers, swag up banger.
I'm the man of the moment. 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 Oh yeah. I see them they grow, so I thank God for them. Me blessing, me can't let God upon them. So lema, nigga down. Say where they come for them. Thank God for them. Cause me not God upon them.
Cause of that, they journey, they go away. Cause of that, they glad, they go away. See now God don't put me there. Nobody no go bully me there. Voila. Then if you want you take a more, you let come some. No voila. Move on. I said move on. Yeah, pillar. Move on. So the man, I don't say now. Sabi day na the back. Oh now what they take on the photo. I'm the record breaker, dance on kid, that's what the back.
I'm the man of the moment. I'm the man of the moment. I'm the man of the moment. I'm the man of the moment.
Yes, of course, the man of the moment. Of course, that's LXG, nigga Don from Freetown, Sierra Leone. Of course, plenty Sierra Leone people that get for jubilate over this announcement tomorrow. I don't say some people that not get for feel good. I mean, it's understandable, you know, but we'll go get over it, you know. It happened to the one that will be the support SLPP back in 2007, 2012. You know, they were not happy, but they didn't get over that. It will happen to the one that will not be the support Maada Bio. It will happen, you know. But the fact remains that we for put this election behind we and we for move forward as a nation, right? All right, and so we'll get a call coming in from England, so let's answer that call right now. Okay. Hello, who is on the line?
Yeah, good evening. Good morning. This is John Kalon. I call from UK.
Hey, Mr. Kalon. No, I don't see the morning time tonight. And yes, how you do, sir? You want to say something?
Yeah, thank God. How you say?
I did do fine. Yes, Mr. Kalon, go ahead.
Yeah, yesterday some of women get a lot of confused state. Like some of I didn't go to university for study. I know study because we got a lot of different information. Right. Whereas people from Sierra Leone, they call you for asking to happen. Where we said the temper for giving information. So the whole day yesterday was like a confused state for us. So right. We don't really know how everything ended up yesterday. And up to last night, we don't be knowing what happened till the day, and I've been watching AYV throughout the day. Absolutely never get anything from them. So I better do something. I just come online. I don't see where they talk now. So where it's good call for really know what happened exactly in regards to the election.
Right. Of course, Mr. Kalon, just like how you did see our background right now, you go see, the election at 75%, SLPP there in the lead. And of course, the remaining 25% we don't left, according to all the intelligence, all the gets coming in from all the remaining polling stations, that SLPP don't pass even the 55% mark. And so then get ECOWAS and all the other diplomats then in Freetown right now, they try for ensure say there is a change of governance. Of course, the biggest small problem with some recounting will be supposed to take place on a neck, and so that one they bring small cham. But because of we don't even receive something like a conceding statement from the presidential candidate of the APC, Dr. Samura Kamara, and we talk to people, and so it not come out completely plain for say APC don't loss or SLPP don't win, but from the statement where it is part of this broadcast what we don't do, it is indicating that the next president is going to be Julius Maada, and of course we don't project an eye now for be the president elect, and so Nadana the latest we'll get for you, Mr. Kalon.
Okay, yeah, we hope and pray that will be the right thing, and we need change in the country. Right. One of the things we look worried a bit. I remember that they wouldn't call because they watch they wouldn't call that sort of 5%. The kind of thing will happen na PZ. It was really scary.
Yeah, well, Dr. Kamara talk on that. Yes, he advised people to refrain from that. So hopefully it's not going to happen. Because with the future Shalom now, all man get not to one person get, not to one political party get forever remain for lead Sierra Leone. Yes. And okay, Mr. Kalon, would they get somebody they come in for call? Hello. Hello.
Ibrahim.
Yes, Sheikh. Would they pan broadcast? You want to say something?
Huh?
Would they pan broadcast? You want to say something? No, you don't want to say something. Hello. Yes, Aminata, you are on. I know you're not from Maryland, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to say something on the program?
The program now, but wait, I
just you just call, eh? Okay, would they pan broadcast? Okay, hold on. Hello, Jenny, is there somebody's calling? From?
Hello.
Hello, you want to say something? And for turn your TV down a little bit,
sir.
So we'll get feedback.
Yes, sir. I want to say something, sir.
Yes, go ahead. Now what are they call now? What's your name?
This the Darwish APC the tomato.
We're not torment nobody tonight because we try for come together as a country for move forward.
Papa, me is mother be dear. Madam, me mama didn't turn led by for a lap because me don't cost me mama today me from last week they cost me mama. You got the torment on Facebook. I mean the Darwish. I don't know if
now you know the Darwish. Yeah, I can see you. Yes.
Yeah, me don't cost mama.
Well, it's okay. I mean, I don't know what we can do. We own politics that way. We manage the cause, mommy cause. We self can get on somehow. But, you get for stand for the truth and for what you believe in. Yeah, now for turn that thing down so that you're not going to interfere with the broadcast now.
Alright.
Yeah, so you want to say something?
Dear, tomorrow, let people agree, let them agree. See, if you win, we are women and agree. Dear, white people are not allowed to now. Who don't go now 10 years, one allowed to now back catch up.
All right, I wish somebody else the call. Hello? Hello?
Yes. The program they go on right now.
It's on right now. You want for say something?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. First of all, I not get a political party. I not ever vote. Not to say when before say I come on at the north. That means I for support APC. Okay, Sierra Leone it divide. It's like SLPP and APC. Just like what you be the talk for the division of Sierra Leone. Why we not go get a leader we before say it go there for all Sierra Leone people then?
Right.
Why we for be divided like this?
You know. Well, you know, now the one that we be done there before we now then they say we wanna get leader where they divide una na in una the falla. So me look at them.
Well, we need to stop that.
Right.
For the sake of we picking them. We need to stop that right away.
Right.
So if SLPP win, congratulations. I don't like Maada bill. I don't know why I don't like him. I don't get reason.
Right.
But in win, congratulations. I hope say he will do something right for the country.
Right.
Because nobody be they expect APC to do the beautiful stuff them what they do they like it today.
Right. Well, you know, we like somebody like you, where you don't can express your opinion genuinely. You don't tell we say you don't like Maada bill at all. But if not in win, you congratulate them. What a word! I mean, that is so good. The way where you don't put them. You say you come up from the north, but that don't mean say you for day with APC. I mean, these are the kind of talks that we want for you, you know. So we really appreciate you for that. All right, we appreciate you.
Oh, all right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right then. And so if I'm with them, so definitely that is the kind of conversation they try, they expect from me happen you know, na Sheriff's Broadcast Network. Right now, as you see this map here so behind me, you go find out say this at the time where they don't announce the 75% results, this is how the map of Sierra Leone looks like right now. So the country is divided. You see the green day down, the red day up. So the country is divided, right? All right, let's see. Somebody else is calling. Let's see. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, Mr. Sheriff. How are you?
I'm doing great.
This is Dauda Vanga home from Texas.
Oh, yeah. You want to say something, Dauda?
Yes, boss. First of all, you know, I want to say congratulations to SLPP and the SLPP supporters them.
I know so whoever they say thank you to you, right?
Yeah, and this is a very good job, right. You know, done, you know, with the campaign. Just like I say, it's high time for the Salon people come together, you know, but it just shameful.
Right.
We as a Sierra Leonean we need to come together as one, you know. It no matter at this point in time. Right. We just get for accept, just like I say so.
Right.
This is clear.
Yes.
I know if APC be the lead or even they win, there's no need for let this result even take 3 days like this.
Right.
Like I don't take so.
Right.
That's not clearly show say. You understand me?
Right.
The ruling party don't go out finally.
Right.
Because I know APC. Now APC will win election, they're not coming as lead. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. But people not able to understand the reality up to now.
Right.
You know. Then secondly, before we did say now one crash. But now, I see most of the APC supporters then they call for going off. I don't know, you know. This is really I'm sorry, you know, I don't think
say we'll get forget or not.
So what you the broadcast now, you know, I believe say you send big man, and I know say you know they buy any thing with yuki.
No.
I believe say you get your sauce.
Na reality.
Broadcast now, and also the day buy anything like lighting, you know.
No.
So me no say come over the media like this and pass on information like this. So with that, I believe, So me own advice to me salon people and my brother and sister, they are the big. Let them people not make immunity come between we.
No.
Because there is less price. Nobody not come out and go protest.
Right.
Fuel price come up, nobody not protest. But when they say election, people then come out and work differently. Then commodity that's what them people there. Salon people there. We go get sense.
Right.
My brother and sister, they are the big.
We'll
kill yourself by this thing. This what let somebody lost in life by election result.
Right.
Would they suffer? People and they suffer. And they tell you this mudslide happen.
Yes.
Donation and come, then man out and take their money out and keep unto themselves.
Okay, Mr. Vanga, will they get call from California? Let me answer.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes. Hello.
Hello, hey, Mr. Sheriff, how are you?
I'm doing great. Who is calling? Macmillan?
Macmillan.
Yes, man. I know. Yes. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Say something.
I'm excited.
Yes.
I'm glad, but I hear funny thing this evening where not all are possible Victor for all might. They talk say then believe say the election they go second rounds and then they call on Sansumana. Give me a break. Some people then get integrity like after I don't strip down this man in humanity. When I make him as a ridicule, as a laughing stock in the international world. Say the man a liar. Say this man here so claim say he gets a bachelor's degree. Come on, when I want that mandate, after when I say how they come walk about the whole, then na tough people them na kono. Then now when I want Sansumana, come on.
No, Sansumana very good.
I mean expecting say na be one catch. That's what they mean to say. And they overlook Brigadier Julius Maada bio. But one thing I listen to one young people call say it's just not like Maada. Now waiting them being done the project now the young generation their age. Then yes, but Maada bio. This is how APC they work. Then just they talk bad things, and so this ending of them picking a head now with the grab up. So they don't get the good things then. But you know what? I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much, Macmillan.
You always work towards standards.
Yes,
you
man.
watch them and the way at which they go, my brother. Trust me, I love me heart for you. I'm always proud of you, brother.
Thank you so much, Macmillan.
Thank you so much, brother.
All right. Yes. Hello, who's calling?
Yes, this is Daniel.
Hey.
SLPP Young Show Leader Dallas.
Hey, Daniel, what's going on, man? You want to say something?
I'm doing great. Mr. Sheriff.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for picking up the call. And,
Right.
are we live?
Yeah, you are live right now. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I just want to say thanks to you, first of all. You're doing a wonderful job.
Thank you.
People like we waiting at the diaspora, giving us this information. And like the last caller said, second to last caller said, we believe, say, whatever you can and talk, like a credible thing. Like you said, we're not going to be 100% sure, but 90% because there's always room for error.
Right.
I just want for advice, we fumble there. Na free tongue, especially in Freetown, for me to keep calm, whatever the result is, they are all Sierra Leonean. And this also I want to say, this is nothing about tribalism and whatnot. We political demographic now, Sierra Leone, it don't clearly show, say, the politics, they don't deal around SLPP and APC. And that will stay like that for a very long time to come, So it's not getting nothing for doing it. Because I look some comments and with some man they say, and I'm kind of not to SLPP and I make them not to maintain man. That's not anything that, we be ready for man. But, things not turn out that way. We still go embrace some as Sierra Leonean. We SLPP, we are inclusive. We're ready for work. Every Sierra Leonean, we're ready for work with you, for make sure, say, it takes along go to the next level, for make sure, say, them picking there, when are 8 years old, 10 years old, really upgrade in the market for sale, we'll put them in school. When I graduate them, we don't graduate in school. We then like today, instead of when I get the job, they want to be there, when they drive them, take them, we sister and they do the things that we will not even teach for corner. Then situation, and they work for maybe the rest of the Sierra Leone and they work with we SLPP because we are very transparent and we believe in the basic principle of democracy.
Right.
You know, so that's our for Canada and talk and advise every Sierra Leonean say, do ya, when by God in power tomorrow they announce that result and SLPP take office, make everybody calm down and work with the government to make sure we build a better Sierra Leone. Thank you, Mr. Sheriff.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Hello, who is calling? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, now there.
Yeah, Mr. Sheriff.
Yes, who is calling?
I'm Mr. Septimus from New Jersey.
Oh, New Jersey. You want to say something, Septimus?
Yes, yes.
Go ahead.
Okay, Mr. Sheriff, happy so much for this program where you conduct this night. I just go through my phone, then I see the program come up. But I'm happy for where you host this kind of credible program, and as we all are Sierra Leoneans, then
right.
These are one of the kind of people then what we really want. When they come out, when they say the truth.
Right.
I so much admire you when you analyze the two governance system of the APC and the SLPP.
Right.
How the SLPP then they operate their own governance system, and how the APC then they operate their own governance system.
Right.
I so much appreciate that. And one advice someone want say to Sierra Leoneans, whosoever tomorrow they announce the result, let we all accept her in good faith.
Right. And
when we accept her in good faith, it will be better for we country. Because one thing again, I want to say one major thing. What if we be BO tomorrow they announce they be the winner. Like them people then they like Yunkela, Kamarimba, Sam Sumana, whosoever to Alunians we've been there aspire for that position where I believe they all get very good intention for the country.
Right.
So I want let it bring those people on board, no matter which party belong they. But if they all can bring their own ideas together, let Sierra Leone be a better country. Right. It could be that's so much nice because all those people there, when you look all them political manifesto they read, everybody has a very good intention for Sierra Leone.
Right.
And I believe say they all then invest that idea then to that country. Sierra Leone will be a next paradise. I mean, you go admire Salone because Salone is a small country, so that we will leaders then go able for and so that we say we go be proud of our country.
Right.
You understand? Right. I think just kind of America, I don't even tell you, but for the short time I came about a month ago, when the various areas that I don't move around, I admire so much system and how the system is very organized. You understand? And they tell me, woman, I say, oh, they drive around. I say, boy, I say, even the traffic. I say, the amount of millions of cars where they fly the street of America. I say, everybody, they obey law and order traffic. Nobody can go against the law.
Right.
So at least, then people, then they them political aspire, the way they aspire for them position, let you bring them on board. Everybody who has good intention for that. Hey, believe in me, my brother, I fast and pray for this election. I say, who don't have the right leader where the God will choose, let lead that country. I say, let lead that country. Who don't not get good intention for that country, let God not make it win election. I fasted and prayed.
Right. Well, yeah. So Septimus, thank you so much, my man. We appreciate you. You know, we they do them here so now, not because we like one post or will hate the other one. We they do so that we're able to bring the facts. You know, anybody where they live in the diaspora, they have money to hold the send as salary. They help the country a lot. So anything where they go on at the country, we for be concerned about it. You know, for say, oh, me not let politics, me not deep on politics. Now we all get the country. Right now, all my heart hang for tomorrow. You know. So we appreciate you for that, man.
Yeah, thank you very much, my brother.
Yes, sir. And so, my family, just like how they talk, you know, on this map, you go find out, say, at 75%, where the result and we don't come in, you go see that the map is divided. Even though SLPP don't win about 7 of the political districts, then APC 6, including, and then when you look at the way where they win, the margins then so narrow. You know, in a few districts, they no say now typically, okay, would they get a call from someone? Hello, who is calling? Hello? Hello, now what the call? Look like you get for call back again. Right. So, you know, the political districts, them, you know, would they find out, say, the country is divided. And so if we say we'll get for continue for make bad ads, for preach this issue of tribalism, then of course we come together for descending mayhem. You know, when in 2007 SLPP lost election, then gracefully hand over to APC. APC don't run out for 10 years. If APC don't lose at this time, if they lost, because the projection we don't do now, we don't talk say we left 10% window of error. It go possible say the projection we don't do now are true or not true. But based on all the evidence we don't get that. Based on all we man waiting at the ground. As I speak to you, get man and I they sleep outside, you know, for men just know waiting at the next day where they happen from then. Diplomats we don't come up from the West African sub-region. So we not just come out and say something or anything we'll say will get facts on it because we know how they ask the questions and how they put the data together. But looking at this map, this now how the two parties that don't win now the country, you know, the politics, right? All right, will they get a call? Hello, who's calling?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, this is not Alex from Sierra Leone.
Yes, Alex.
Yeah?
Yes, where did they go on, man?
This is not Alex from Sierra Leone.
Yes, go ahead, Alex. Would they listen to you? Would they hear you? Now, for put your radio down or your TV so that you're not going to interfere.
Yeah, I listen to a program just now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and one of the things that we really know, yeah, we not saying we want to try for do like a political stuff. We all know this rally now, we don't vote down. But one of the things we know like that most of the people in other diaspora, we send wrong message to people like, for 2, 3 way they want. It's not to reaching people like, you way they are, we feel they pay more than we know they are. So sometimes better give you a chance to go back to something where at the end of the day we not go regret that.
Mm-hmm.
So at least let level to preach to people in the way that we will make.
Yes. Oh, Alex, we'll not say you time done. But anyway, we appreciate you, Alex. If they listen to we appreciate you for where you able for call directly from Sierra Leone and you profile your views. We appreciate that. And the talk where you want to talk, we know say na talk will make sense. You know, when I dey at the ground, I wanna know what in the happen. So of course, now when I go able for give you all the facts. You know, now when we self able for call down at the ground, we get people that at the ground where they just like you. So if I been call you Alex, you go able for give me credible information. You know, so now so we they able for interact with each other. But we appreciate you for calling in, and we know where you want to come from. The only thing, you know, during this campaign, I be see plenty of people in the salon. The way that they talk about the diasporans, in fact, whether do a citizenship business camp, they were so happy for me to eliminate them brothers and sisters, you know, from the diaspora. And if you say that one, then a good thing. You know, nobody know the way one for living at the diaspora. If the leaders then at the country, they don't hold this country fine. Everything where God don't give in Sierra Leone, if we're able for all and fine, if we're able for take care of resources, then fine. Nobody not get business for dinner with man country or for dinner other country. Now salon we all for the we get everything, right? But anyway, David Do the call again. Let's see that. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, Mr. Ibrahim.
Yes, sir. Now what that?
This is not David Do?
Yeah, David. Yes, go ahead. From where? From Philly?
Actually, I get Philly. No, I'm used to the Philly. I did Florida now.
Okay, they Florida. Okay, yes. What did I take them over for the alligator? Yes, go ahead, David.
Yeah. I thank you for when I do that kind of program there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And people, I mean, look the program. People in comments and they say how Maada be on a bad person, he killed 24 people, which is bogus. You know, and then say we might not work for 20 years. I want to be like Maada and not work for 20 years. We did in America with the work gap every day.
Mm-hmm.
We got every day, every morning, even past snow, heat, everything with the gap with the work for people. I just want to be like Maada and not work for 20 years. I just did no more. I eat and live good, you know.
Right.
You know, and what I want to ask people, let them show me in the Constitution we say you get for workforce before you be president na any country.
Right.
That's my main question.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every time why they tell people that whose constitution will tell you say you get for get job before you be president of the country. And which is it's funny, you know, and I applaud all the candidates there, you know, although APC then they make waiting a call. Like waiting other caller say if na APC they don't win this thing, I swear to God, this result for don't come out. And then right now they make Salonga history saying we will vote. It don't take how many days result not even come out.
Right.
Will it be beat by 25%, now na 75%.
Yeah, with this 75%.
It's a good thing. You guys are already projected it.
Yeah.
The man don't win. And we know saying that the man don't win.
Right.
But they don't want to release this thing.
You know. The thing is so simple, because David, the whole thing here is all the political parties and send party agents then all them polling stations.
Exactly.
Then all they send the voting result. We've been talking to the chairman of the National Electoral Commission. Now that it tell we. He said before they know the results, the party then we cannot know the result then first. Because the agents then did it. So why would anybody doubt for say, not to so in this direction everything they go. But anyway, they began some recounting maybe they go on today. So now under the ala been they small, but the West African
and then say the recounting that they own stronghold, which is their own stronghold. NGC deports them because NGC then we focus on NGC, then we.
Well, you see, in 2007 and 2012, SLPP stronghold, they began for council votes and then side and day.
Yes.
So you see the people
that exactly.
Yeah. So David, anyway, thank you so much. I guess somebody else the call. Right.
All right.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Ibrahim.
Yes. You want to make a comment? You did live on the air. You want to make a comment?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now what are the call so?
Me and Mohammed Sheriff.
Yes, Mohammed. Yes. Go ahead.
Because I get a lot of friends already there in Africa. And one time yesterday, one of them they say 2 months tension day for this election result. Everybody they panic, everybody they wait for call. It's like here somebody tell and say, now get for call and echo and get for find the result of BBC and then get for call. So I tell them, I say, me never sit down, but I not deny the corner and I did it. So
well, yeah, what can happen? It happened. Yes, go ahead.
The number 2 question I want to ask is that what other people don't win, everything we don't settle now. Then we get a lot of people like people and then the landslide, a lot of donation and they don't come. So what's the matter be okay for put in place for help all those people that may not displace, the maintenance students and they don't get paid for sleep. Now so that trouble and all them give the money, we don't know what the APC be doing. Then thirdly, the division of Sierra Leone is like, actually I'm not people talk about that because it creates a lot of issues there. I don't say a lot of countries are countries in the South Sudan, they don't fertility, they don't separate. When one country, Ethiopia, Eritrea, they don't fertility, they don't separate. So it's like that kind of issue will happen on Salon. I'm not saying you get for terror.
Well, yeah, well, definitely the one we'll go able to answer now the one about the election. If it don't happen at Ghana, then final presidential results, then again from BBC Focus on Africa, So we don't know if Naso will get for a real, but we know say at 75% votes we don't come in. We don't look at all the dynamics, the other polling stations that whether not be done they count or present their own results and it. We don't look at all the tallies. We get people in at the ground. We don't talk to them. Yeah, we don't put all the numbers together and we get a strong belief, 90% belief for say Maada be the next president without going to a runoff. We get that belief because it don't even pass the 55% mark. Now that's now we believe. I mean, we very likely say not true with the talk, but we don't leave that 10% window for error because no, you're not going to ever say never because we know to Electoral Commission. The Electoral Commission now they officially announce voting results. So until we hear from them, we now projection this for the country. Then the other side for waiting Maada go do with them Ebola money, that side they will left hand to her because we know to government I ain't get for take care of that. But we hope say there will be accountability for the incident, But we thank you very much, Mr. Sheriff, for calling.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, yes. All right. Of course, so that's now some of the programs, some of the questions that will come in. We get somebody where they really try for this person. So let's get this person. Hello. Yeah, well, this was Sierra Leone. Okay, so so just like how we talk, when you look at the Sierra Leone map, the voter map, the way where the voting take place in the country at 75% force, because this map will change if the 100% come inside or the other 25 we don't left behind come inside. Possible say the map will change, but for now. This is how the map is. When we look at the map, the way it day, you will find out the SLPP win Kono, you win Kailahu, Kenema, Pujeon, Bow, Moyamba, and Bond District. And of course, APC win Konadugu District, Bombali District, Tonkolili, Potloko, Cambia, and Western area. Now the Western area, it win by a very narrow margin, right? Hold on. Hello, who is calling?
Hello, sir.
Yes. Yes. Now there.
Me na Adam. At New York.
Okay, Adam. Yeah, you want for make a point?
Well, no, the result we don't win, party don't win, so.
It's Mr. Sheriff.
Yes. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. Yes. Hold on. Let this man finish. Let Adam finish. There you go. Talk. Yes. Go ahead, Adam.
So next boss, then next yeah.
Go ahead, Adam. You don't know?
So that's not the thing because intimidation. They go now. When we reach the 25%, they meet some people there. So we'll get there for say maybe peaceful. They tell so that the country will come to oneness, everybody, the free so development to the country and so forth. So that is my only advice that they give. But the media, I'm not saying it will translate to people then, so that everybody will gladly and everybody one country, one people, as a motto for the country, all tribe, all work together and develop the country.
All right, Adam. Yes, thank you so much, Adam. Yes, who is on the line?
Yeah, it's Aliu from New Jersey.
Yes, Aliu, you want to say something? I know say we don't try for call. Anytime we call somebody to talk. Yes, go ahead, Aliu.
Yeah, I'm totally happy for our station. First of all, you, Mr. Sheriff.
Thank you.
May God bless you.
Amen. Thank you.
So, from your contribution towards the election at Sierra Leone, well, I'm totally happy for here say SLPP almost don't emerge as the winning party because for a very long time SLPP don't come on power. 10 years, APC, they try, I'm not going to say they oppose APC, then try. Outside them, think say, them for concentrate, but we people and totally they suffer. Other country, they one good infrastructure, not there for we people. And because they say infrastructure, you have to look how the people and they live, then shanty areas, then slums areas. People and they will get convenient, comfortable side they wouldn't go to live for sustain themselves. Because can you imagine, you go down Biguaf, Susan's Bay, Moaf, they see how some people and they live like animals.
Right.
Look the water, look the hogs, big people and they go toilet,
I tell you,
inside,
right.
Sanitation. But life now so. But if we get a constructive and productive government, we go watch them various areas and they try for set things in place, let people know able to live so.
Right.
And ideology of sentiment, this na Mende, this na Timne, this na Notana,
I tell you.
Me na Timne man, na Mangibura come from a very, very recognized family. We late Kandebure now grandpa.
Right.
So, and me na a executive member na SLPP na we chiefdom, but that not mean say if SLPP they do bad, I not go push them.
Right.
APC then for always realize certain lapses the way APC they fall behind. Me, I'm the Okna mine as mines monitoring officer.
Okay.
I deal with Solomon Berewa, those my uncle Alaji Molai by Kamara. As APC can apply immediately then sack me. I ask them why make and say me the work out Berewa but I feel But I don't feel that much because of I see not the game, not
the game. Yes.
Sentiments of an African.
Yes.
Give me Okule, we senior members in APC, Almami, Petito, Honorable Ibrahim Sheriff. But trust me, I never meet them, but you help me for let them state me back. I'm in position. I just look over and say, yes, that's so good one.
Right.
So, we throughout the election, they follow through on our own television station and AYV in Africa. I totally appreciate AYV, the effort.
Yes.
We then cover the day, we then want to try for go victimize, and we beloved leader and our president to be retired Brigadier Maada.
Right.
I watch everything, and can you imagine, like for example, police spokesman we today this morning at the area in Samura, na my schoolmate.
Oh yeah.
Jerry Coco na my schoolmate na St. Edwards.
Yes.
Na my schoolmate na St. Edwards. So can you imagine Samura they try for defend the police say you can't go arrest someone in premises without a warrant, and you go for the first time without warrant. Maada Bureau not able to allow him to go inside. Now go say we're not the counter enforcement. You can't warrant you able to present a full and a arm. And that's one down to I see Alexine I come in the business paper. The one time for victimized we lead about the man is so intelligent that they can't turn his brain around.
Right.
So he listen maturely. Say the former president of Ghana can actually explain to them. Because the whole thing, a manual voting, how someone can hack a manual
voting
and a manual counting.
Right.
Unable to understand.
It is so manual, exactly.
Yeah. So I totally appreciate you, Mr. Sheriff. Let God bless you now for the good efforts they do. They look up
Thank
for let tomorrow able to verify everything.
Yes.
Then go present our president-elect of the Republic of Sierra Leone. We hope we all work as a team with the various political parties that we on the losing side.
All right, sir. Thank you so much. Yes. Hello? Who's calling? Hello? Who's calling? Hello? Who did you call? Yeah, but your voice not a go through too much. You they use Wi-Fi for call or something?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. But your voice kind of they low. Go ahead. Yeah, well, call we back. Yeah. All right. So, family, these are some of the comments that will come in, and we want to emphasize this again, Salon people them. The projection we would make that Julius Maada, the potential president of Sierra Leone, is based on facts that we don't gather. And so we know to National Electoral Commission. The National Electoral Commission they announced the official results of the election. And so they left that small window or 10% window for error, right? So we might be right or we might be wrong, but that is what we are saying based on all facts. Hello, who is calling?
Yeah, good evening. This is Hawa.
Yes, Hawa, you want to say something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm just to say you thank you for the good job.
Thank you.
We really do appreciate everything we did throughout this election.
Thank you.
From a salon post.
Yes.
At the same, congratulations to the elected president, when I retired President Julius Maada. He's a hero, he's a fighter. We do everything possible.
Yes.
And let's encourage.
Right.
And thank you. We do hope and pray that it will be a good leader in our country. It will love the country. Now that's not everybody in hope.
Right.
One thing at the try for I really want to the picture of this night. This tribalism they talk with they go around.
Right.
This tribalism they talk is too much, especially the WhatsApp audio. WhatsApp audio, now somebody they go to don't be in us to talk any kind of trash and send another media. Because if you know say we can really you talk, you believe in them, you know say that the true voice you the raise. Why can't you show up your face, make a video, and people don't see you and listen at this person they talk this.
Right.
But if you go to not there else begin to talk trash about tradition and they think tribal they feel and at the end of the day they're not good. So me just want do your way to do your program, just contribute for the tell them say Salon we know the tribal business, Salon we all know one. When the people then vote for APC during 2012, 2007, they carry an if they don't say they don't fire with them, then no one votes for them again. Now the price they pay for.
Right.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who wins. If not Samora will win, maybe people they don't accept this result and put it because they have a problem.
Right.
Maada don't win, let them self-accept and put it very all the as one and push the country go before.
All right, thank you so much, Hawa. We appreciate you for your comments. We really appreciate you. Of course, me with them once more. This is not the high level, conversation, diplomatic, members of the international community, especially the ECOWAS sub-region and the African Union, then do a photo op with Julius Maada and in Vice, Dr. Mohamed Jul Jallo, when I ended at the far right. And of course, just after Jul Jallo, we get former president of Nigeria, Goodluck Jonathan, and of course retired Brigadier General Julius Maada. Then next to him, and of course next to the Brigadier is the Secretary General of ECOWAS, and of course next to the Secretary General we get the former President of Ghana, Mahama. And of course, next to Mahama, I don't know who that person. I try for really get who that person, but I understand say he's from the African Union. But then this is not the high-powered delegation where now then they always at the forefront of African issues. Of course, when you see the same faces that be then at the Gambia, where the issues that be go on with the Gambians, them where maybe they refuse for handover power. Now then same people are not been there, with the exception of the current president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari. We're not there right now, but Medina, and of course Mahama, when the former president of Ghana, Bindena Julius Maada in house day before yesterday, make a courtesy call on them. And of course, they don't talk everything based on all the facts, the evidence that we don't come out of the National Electoral Commission, how the elections they go, the polling centers, then we don't left, where they not count the result and yates and everything. And so everything they go in line with the SLPP forming the next government in the country. And of course, we'll be hearing from no other person but from the Dr. Samura Kamara himself, where he been get for talk about how it's necessary for let keep the peace in the country. And so before we let just listen a little bit to Dr. Samura Kamara and what he been talk, right?
Family, good evening. Me na Samura Kamara, presidential candidate for the APC. I there with the eminent persons, all now women of the Women's Situation Room, a group where they come together, then form for see that we get peaceful elections before the elections, during the elections, and after the elections. We say we dey now, we don't done the elections. Result don't begin come out. Una within at the winning party, if una they celebrate peacefully, not for provoke you and the win loss. We already don't see a semblance of that after the 25% result was announced. We will not be happy. Do ya? I want for take this opportunity through this group for big all the supporters of the APC, the supporters of the SLPP, the supporters of all other political parties. Let us stay calm. Result no means say we for go into violence. Result no means say we for celebrate as we celebrate, we provoke other people. This is not one salon now we get. We don't want to go back into the civil war where we lost many lives. We don't able to explain today why we go into that civil war. But people are not so far. Don't go back to them dark days and What could cause that? Now this violence after elections. Do ya? Tida the beguna. I hope say me colleague candidates of the other political parties. Let's say we will join me for call upon every Sierra Leone for stay calm. And when the result comes out, let us accept the results. Peacefully, I will go back to normal work. I thank you.
All right, and so me family with that now, Dr. Samura Kamara, and I be the talk just now. Of course, we get somebody on the line who is calling. Yeah, good evening. Whosoever you day where you call, your voice not come through fine. Yeah, we're not get you clear. We're not get you clear. And so me family and this now being Dr. Samura Kamara and I be the talk. Of course, we they talk about how it's necessary for get peace. It say even when at the winning party, when I know how when the glad how when the jubilate, let when I not step on somebody else in toll, because we don't want to go back to that civil war, right? Of course, we don't want to go back to the days of the Civil War where we will not be even know what to make we get the Civil War and plenty of people then die. That now the presidential candidate of the APC, now they talk in that very conciliatory tone. Of course, they talk like they don't concede already, you know, because of the high power delegation where they now, you know, where they now freezer right now. Okay, we get another call coming in. Hello, who is calling?
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing great. Who is calling?
My name is Charles Songo. I call from Arkansas.
Okay, you want to say something? Go ahead.
Yes. I really did monitor the election results and how they come out, and they see the projections they make. One of the only concern I get is people need for recognizing election process, and if the election result don't come out and in not favor one party, the opposing party need for recognize it get another 5 years to make it revive itself for comeback and campaign and get the process going.
Right.
For the winning party, you get for recognize it's not to sleep, because you're going to be on checks and balances throughout the one through the end of your tenure. And so waiting with the people of Salon need for recognize right now is how we can help ourselves and help with country Salon for able for tie with Oja together and help the incoming government, whatever that government be, for make it better. Because when we all see that country better, we end up for go day, we gladly and come back. We will even want to go back and no one come back again. And so for many people that they call themselves and marginalize themselves as far as the power party for win, power party not for win, it not really matter right now. And for make them recognize it, if APC be don't succeed in 10 years, I don't see no reason why they're not going to win. But if the people of the country don't vote another party in, they need for recognize the voice, the voting rights of these people, Sierra Leoneans, will decide for change the government.
Right.
Now, a point for them for know that and able for respectfully, able for do the right thing, and able for patiently wait for another 5 years and see how they go able for come back and campaign and do the better thing. But for come begin to create confusion, look, I listen, I watch one video where they kill one guy in a PZ. That is just frustrating and that is inhuman.
Right.
I go on a job, my colleague they say, I'm not going to say that this country come on, because how can you see somebody like this, a live person, you kill him daylight?
Right.
I mean, which kind of world will not come out? That is embarrassing. You know, not only Africa this day happen.
Right.
Even now yourself, where the election happen. I might not be like the current president, but what happen? He end up for being the president, and he's gonna be there for the next how many years? Then the campaign happens. So what thing that they try for really come up with is tension there right now. The tension at that country they too high to the extent that even while they call million families, then they are so scared to even step out of the house just because they no one get be identified who this person come on, what party you are being, and all of that.
Right.
It's so frustrating.
It's so frustrating. Yes, it is.
You know, and when not looking at the TV arena, when they really publicize and make preach the peace and able for help encourage the poor people in that country, they may they have hope and know see there is hope. And there's hope where they come, because at the end of the day, tomorrow, whatever time they announce the final result, it's going to be scary. Whichever way you look at them, it's going to be scary.
Right.
Because everybody going to watch being in back for no. Hopefully, if I start location 1 for go location 2, then somebody reach the Safo by God empowered. Instead of somebody hitting.
All right, Mr. Sango, we get somebody else with a calling. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Kata, you are live on air, sir. No problem, man. You dey live on air right now. Anything where you say, the whole world will hear you, Mr. Kata. You want to say something?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
You want to say something, man?
Well, may I say something, man?
Yeah.
My name is Patrick Kata. I'm from Houston, Texas.
Right.
And I really appreciate Samura Kamara,
where
he make that statement for
right.
peace.
Right.
Yeah, that peace where, you know.
Yeah, you have to turn the TV down and that's small.
I said the peace talk. I'm happy about the peace talk.
Right.
Yeah, now the peace talk with Samura Kamara with me, I'm so glad. At least we want peace inside the country.
Yes, definitely.
You know, so that's all I'm saying. I don't want to add more. I don't want to subtract anything.
Right.
I just appreciate somebody who is very honest.
Right. Definitely.
And that's all, man.
That's all. Yeah. Okay. So, man, the owner, don't know Mr. Patrick Katana, a Sierra Leonean movie director, actor, and producer. When I get for a movie, they out. What's in that movie name, Mr. Kata? What's in that? My American Spouse, right? When I need for see that movie, My American Spouse. Now, purely Sierra Leonean movie, bad, you know. And of course, it's time for put another one together. Thank you very much, Mr. Kata. We appreciate you for everything. And of course, me family them. So. Former president of Ghana, we make a courtesy call on Julius Maada, and of course, let's see what that was.
Repeat your question. Only one question, and you don't repeat the question. So you have your goal. So we start on the right place, on that side. So if you can repeat that. We haven't got much time. And it's going to last for 10 minutes, please.
Just an observation.
Yes.
Someone was going to do an interview.
In Creole. By all means. Can you take your drink away, please? Can you take your drink, please?
And please, no interruption.
John.
Yes.
Okay. Not the president. The representative of the president. He or she. Yes. Please. We can do the interview and then. Okay, this is the live. We have to put it live. Okay, good. President Mahama is here. Okay, good. Hi, how are you? Okay. How are you?
Close the door.
Good.
One meeting, please.
Please, observers, please. Can we shut the door now, please? And close the door.
Yeah, let's, if we can.
Okay, can we make sure that only Just only. Wait. Media. No, media. We want media. Let's go and come out. Yes. No media right now. Stay. Wait. Make your question.
I see them they try to kill my swag, but they can never duplicate my swag. I see them they try, so I thank God for them. My blessing make it a let God for them. So Lima, nigga done, I'm the man of the moment. I give them the swag of the moment. Internationally, I the project. No play for people, you project. Yeah, see the guys them a calling me Mr. Uku, them a calling me. Yeah, so Lima them a calling him Mr. Swag Banga, them a banging him. So I'll accept me now and time. Do you accept them, that's all I can. Go tell him a man, go tell him a person, nigga, that that's all him a dumb bang. I'm the man of the moment. I'm the man of the moment. I'm the man of the moment. I'm the man of the moment.
I'm the man of the moment. Every day you just see me the progress. Check on me swag, the two ways and the Facebook, WhatsApp, the fans, the torment. Call me now, swag banker. I'm the man of the moment. Then if you want you take a more, you left from simple. Voila. Move on it. I said move on it. Move on it. Show the money, I don't say you. Tell me they not the backer. But now what they take on the photo. I'm the record breaker, dance on pillars, swag up banger.
I'm the man of the moment. 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 Oh yeah. I see them they grow, so I thank God for them. Me blessing, me can't let God for them. So lema, nigga down. Say we they come for them. Thank God for them. Cause me not God for them.
Cause of that they journey they go away. Cause of that they glad they go away. See now God don't put me there. Nobody no go bully me there. Voila. Then if you want you take a more you left and so. Voila. Move on. I said I move on. Yeah, pillar. Move on. So the money I don't say now. Sabi day na the backer. Oh now what they take on the photo. I'm the record breaker, dance on the kid, that's what I'm back.
I'm the man of the moment. 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 Oh yeah.
Solo entertainment. Election number 1. 2000 and me. Yeah, pillar.
Yes, of course, Man of the Moment. Of course, that's by LXG, one of the musical stars of Sierra Leone. Of course, don't go international. And so, my family, and this is how we're gonna come to the end of the broadcast for today, as we wait for let the final results come out. And so, as per we projection, Naya na Sherrick's Broadcast Network, with the project that is Julius Maada when the retired Brigadier General Julius Maada na the person we get for be the next president of the country. That is what we are projecting here, and our projection get a margin of error about 10% margin of error. Would expect say we are 90% correct on this projection based on all the evidence, based on all the facts, everything we don't get at. And based on waiting, Dr. Samura Kamara in don't say, it's like he has issued a conceding speech. And of course, based on all the polling stations that we be done left with and not counted, or don't tally all the numbers then, based on all the one that we be go represent as polling agents, all the facts that we don't send in. And so we are projecting that retired Brigadier General Julius Maada is the next president of Sierra Leone. That is Sheriff's Broadcast Network's projection. And of course, one for tell una all plenty thank you. All the one that we they work with we they follow we they send with comments. All the one that we watch you today, whether you give we bad comments or good comments, we want for say a lot of thanks and appreciation to you for that. And of course, we know say we country, no matter how we disagree or agree, we know say we all want good thing to happen to Sierra Leone at this present time, because it don't say where would they talk say we want for let our country go before. And of course, this is the time that we have for let this country go before. So once more, I want for tell you all plenty thank you. And of course, now Freetown now. Right now, Freetown, I think is about 2 o'clock in the morning. And so by 10 o'clock in the morning, we'll get an idea about what announcement is going to come from Mr. Mfa Ali Conte, the chairman of the National Electoral Commission in Sierra Leone. But based on all facts, based on all evidence, based on everything we don't see, we feel say Julius Maada is the next president of the country. And of course, one for tell una all plenty thank you for una time, for everything we una the help we for do na Sheriff's Broadcast Network. And so now we get for end the broadcast for tonight. And of course, tomorrow again we'll come on in the evening for let's get a conversation about the results we get for camp. But we found in a salon, then they live in fear, they don't know what's in at the outcome. They don't know what's going to happen. Then they listen to the radio and everything, but they don't know what's going to happen. So then they live in fear right now. Anybody who can salon, they're afraid. Right? So that's what we have. Thank you very much.
For the love that we want, we learn to treat each other the way you want another person to treat you. It's a brilliance, the genius, peace, love, and harmony. Together we go and say peace, love, and harmony.
Jogo, make them cool and temper. Jogo, jogo.
Jogo, jogo. Jogo, jogo. Jogo, jogo. Jogo, jogo. Jogo, jogo. Jogo, jogo. Jogo, jogo. Jogo, jogo.
Nagadam. If you want to pull you close and throw it, I'm a pop up. It's allowed. Jerking dancing and fall on the ground like a would give up. It's allowed. Give me you for make a come in body cause I not get a prepare. Not allowed. Allow me even touch you baby cause I want for turn up fire. Not allowed. Don't let me go, oh, don't let me go. Don't let me go, go, go. Don't let me go. Next station. Kakona kaka. When I'm out in the house, no fast, no post. Where's the Africa? Nah, never to get out. This not time we no need no bus. If you fat, I go just on me. No, if you tired for that, I go just gonna house. Don't let me go, don't let me go, don't let me go. Jogo, 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 make them cool and temper. Jogo, 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 make them cool and temper. Jogo, jogo. Gonna the middle, come on a corner. Balance up in if I watch and I under me body they tickle. Something a feather, scatter the campaign I get the forgetter. EP, we go party today. EB, yanda we ready for body. Hello, enjoy the development. Hello, enjoy the development.
The song. Listen, now I'm going to teach you how to dance the song. When I say east, you go right. When I say west, you go left. When I say north, you go front. When I say south, you go well now east, west, north, south.
If I become the presidency, 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 I go put everyone on my cabinet. See me see because I am intelligent. Everyone go sit down on my parliament. Olam, put up pause. Olam, Allah, cool up pause. I say Olam, put up pause. Olam, Allah, cool up pause.
Let the cool and temper.
LSU say no violence. No violence.
No violence.
No violence.
No violence. No violence. No violence. No violence. No violence. No violence. No violence.